Everybody, how are you? It's Rabbi Bregman, another end of day Torah video for you. I'm getting in a routine with these, so I actually prepped. I did my homework this time. Now I don't have to riff sources off the cuff. I actually brought a couple for you and typed out some things that I wanted to share with you. Many people reach out to me, whether on Facebook or email or you know me from the radio or the media, different places, and a lot of people are really lost, like sad, hurting, just lost, confused, don't feel like they have direction in life. They don't know their place. You don't know your space. Maybe you got bad news. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe a relationship ended. Or maybe you just know that, you know what, the years are getting on and you are no closer to where you want to be than you were a couple years ago. It's a sad feeling. It's an unfortunate one. And people sometimes reach out to me asking me specifically, help me, what should I do, what should I think, what should I ask myself? I feel lost. And other people are so lost, they don't even realize they're lost. So let's deal tonight with those people who do feel lost and some divrei Torah, some words of Torah that I could share with you to help you get a little bit unstuck. Okay, so number one, if you feel like you're lost, don't panic. It is very, very common. Even people who are ballers, successful, accomplish a lot, have times in life when they feel like they're not knowing where they're going, or they thought they were going to a clear destination and it didn't work out, or something seems irretrievably broken. Don't panic, knowing that other people go through the same thing as you. In Yiddish we call it a halber tzara. It's a half a problem already, okay? It's a half a problem because you know other people have it. That's number one. Okay, number two, way to view it is kind of like, you know, I use these days my phone Waze, but like let's say you're a GPSer. Think of it like, you know, like a GPS when it goes recalculating, okay? We all have a place, all of us have a destiny, and sometimes we get off track. It's just recalculating. It's not the end of the world. It just means you might need an extra minute or 2 or 5 or 10 even to get to your trip, but it just, that voice on the GPS saying recalculating, okay? We're recalculating. We're gonna get you where you need to be. Don't panic, don't panic. On the other hand, this is when you're feeling lost and confused, you have to be very careful because a person could fall into some feelings of depression, feeling down, feeling sad. In Hebrew, we call that word yiyush. Yiyush means despair, giving up. And we don't want to feel yiyush, we want to feel the opposite. So we're going to have to talk about that and a little bit more to come on yiyush in a few minutes, okay? The other thing is that, you know, when you're feeling lost and so confused and you're lost, you feel a lot of doubt. And that doubt is not good. It's interesting. The word in Hebrew for doubt is safek, and that in Jewish numerology, without getting into all the letters tonight, that's 240. 240 is the same gematria, the same in Jewish numerology as the word Amalek. Amalek is the classic eternal enemy of the Jewish people in the Torah, a nation that tried to destroy us. So you have to be careful. Amalek is 240, and so is Safek, is doubt. So when a person is in doubt, you have what's called bilbul, confusion. You could be meyayesh, you could start to give up, start to despair. It's dangerous. So on one hand, don't panic. We can get you out of it. It's kind of like when you get lost on the road at night, maybe you're alone, had a flat tire. I had 2 flat tires. One led to a YouTube video not too long ago. Another one didn't. You know, so, you know, you got a flat tire on the road. Got to be careful. It's an important time. Got to get it right. But don't panic, okay? But respect it. It's something real. A lot of people that I know, when they start to feel lost and despair, they start to isolate themselves. They start to pull back. They start to withdraw. So my friends, if you're listening to this video, I'm giving you an opposite tip. When you feel lost, now's the time to actually push forward and double down and engage on other people. There's a tendency to withdraw, to pull back from life, but you can't. You got to engage with other people. Now's the time to get out more, deal with other people. Don't feel lost. Don't be alone. Get out there, and you got to connect with other people. Now, obviously, you have a trusted rabbi, a friend, a mentor. This is a great time to reach out. It could be a regular friend. A person doesn't have to occupy an important communal position. Doesn't have to be your personal coach or guide or somebody you're even paying, although it wouldn't be the end of the world if that's who you reached out to. But you have to engage with other people. And I want to share with you a passage in the Talmud I was thinking of today that reminded me of this. This is the Babylonian Talmud, Talmud Bavli. This is tractate Yuma, I put a paper clip here. So it talks about when a person is worried and in despair, what should you do? So give some advice, okay? I'm going to share it with you. Hang on. This is the page we're on. Right there where I put a paper clip on. Let me see a paper clip. Okay. Now I'll tell you what it says. So it says the Talmud, quoting a verse from Mishlei, a verse in the book of Proverbs. The verse says, Daig b'levish yashchena. Yashchena means worries in a person's heart. Yashchena, you should push them away. Then the Talmud quotes here Rabbi Ami and Rabbi Asi, two Amoraim, rabbis of the Talmud, with different opinions as to what does it mean. You have worries, you should push them away. What does that mean, push it away? Who are you pushing it away to? So V'chad Amar Yisichena la'acherim. Push it away to other people. Okay? Daig b'levish yashchena. Should push it away. Yisichena la'acherim. Push it away to other people. Now, what does that mean if you have a worry? Push it away to other people. So the simple understanding is, you got to worry. Don't just keep it in your heart. A daiga, a worry in your heart. You feel alone. You feel lost. Share it with other people. Rashi on this Gemara says, just trust me, Rashi says it over here on the margin. Rashi says that the reason to share it with other people is the act of doing so. Maybe they'll have advice. Maybe they'll give you a different perspective. Maybe they'll help you find a way to get out of your trouble and your tzara, the thing that's bothering you, you know? So you don't have to suffer alone. If you have a daiga, levish, worry in your heart, yasichena, push it, la'acherim, push it to somebody else. So the simple understanding is they might have advice and ideas help you get out of trouble. So don't worry about it, okay? That's number one. The Hasidic commentaries say something interesting on this Gemara. The Hasidic commentaries say something interesting, that if a person has a worry or a problem in life, makes you upset or sad, it's earmarked specifically for you. It's like in Shemayim in heaven, it has your name on it. Shlomo Zalman Ben Baruch Avram Akayin, that's my name. Boom, that problem, that stress, that worry is for you. However, if you push it off, share it off, push it off to other people, what happens? Okay, somebody just tried calling through on my phone, disrupted the point. Okay, back to what I was saying. If you have a problem or worry, it's earmarked specifically for you by Shemayim, by heaven. But if you share it with someone who is wise-hearted and kind and has a big heart and feels other people's pain in a significant, heavy way, it's possible, the Hasidic writings say, that your pain and problem will be taken away from you. It'll be removed from you. Why? Because who was meant to suffer? That person. That was meant to suffer. But wait a minute, now two people are suffering. That person suffering, but somebody else, the one to whom the worry was shared and pushed over, you see, chena la'acherim, to that person. Ooh, well, God says, wait a minute, I wanted that person to go through something. That person was supposed to go through it. Now this other person's going through it. I don't want that. So person B doesn't suffer emotionally from feeling lost or confused or worried. I'm going to take it away from person B, from person A, so B doesn't suffer. So that's how the Hasidic Sfarim explain this Gemara in Tractate Yuma on page 75a. Kind of cool, right? All right, now what else do I have for you? When you feel lost, I want you to get very good at inventorying, once again, looking inside and figuring out like your skill set. What did God give you? What makes you unique? Where are your talents? Because you might feel lost, you're not sure what should I do next, what should the direction I be heading in. But if you get very good at assessing who you are, that is sort of a clue as to maybe what God wants from you in this world. God wouldn't have given you talents and strengths and abilities in this area or that area if he didn't intend for you to use them. Follow the point? So anyway, so that's another tip. You feel lost, inventory who you are and what you have to the table, because that could be a clue once again to your mission in this world. You know who says this? Reb Tzadik HaKoyin Milublin. He writes this in his Sefer Tzidkas HaTzadik. He writes that point that I just said about when you feel lost, inventory. Or even if you don't feel lost, inventory. Where were you blessed? Where are you strong? Where do you have koiches, which means strengths, in excess or above and beyond your peers? It's a clue to the direction you should be moving in. Don't feel lost. Recalculating. Push, my friends, in that direction. Now, what you really need when you get lost or you feel lost, and you still, assuming you still know where you want to go, you just need a new strategy, okay? A strategy, the way I define it, is basically how do you organize your resources, your time, your life, your days, your money, and everything else to make the shortest point between A and B. If I'm here and I want to get there, just need a strategy. There's different strategies. Some can get you to a place faster or shorter. But don't give up. Don't be sad. In Hebrew say, don't be miyayesh. Don't despair. We just need to get you a new strategy, okay? It's another thing I want you to bear in mind. Don't quit. Don't get sad. We need a new strategy. You need a strategist in your corner. Another thing is when you have a lot of worries, it's time to actually to daven, to pray, lehit palel, tefillah. You gotta pray. When you have worries and stress and you feel lost, don't just rot in it, don't marinate in it, recycle it into something positive. Turn to Hashem and say, what do you want from me? Give me a message, send me a sign. Where do you want me to go? Clarify for me, what do you want? So actually, I want you to get very environmentally conscious, so to speak. When you feel lost, turn it into something positive, recycle it into a tefillah, recycle it into prayer. Okay. Next thing I want to tell you, a couple other things. The essence of a yid's soul, the essence of a person's neshama, of their soul, is not to give up, not to despair, and even if you feel lost, to press forward. Now check out this Devar Torah. This one comes to you from a sefer called Malas HaTorah, which is written by Rav Avram ben Shlomo Zalman. He was the brother of the Vilna Gaon. He wrote this in the 1700s. It's a classic in the Olam HaTorah, the world of yeshivas and Torah study. Malas HaTorah. In there, towards the beginning, I think on my copy it was around page 10-ish. I think he writes around page 10, but the point I know for sure. He points out that the gematria, the numerical equivalent of the word yush, which means despair and give up, is 317. So despair is 317. But he also points out that there are 5 parts to a person's soul. He brings it from a midrash in the Medrash Rabbah, which I brought and have over here. And I'll find for you the exact source. I actually thought I had a piece of paper in there and it fell out, but I'll find it for you. Bereshis Rabbah, Yodalid. I'll find it for you. Hang with me. Oh, here, 49. I found it. I bracketed for you, okay? Maybe you could see it over there. Chamisha Shemesh Nikra LaNefesh. So a soul has 5 names, 5 parts. Okay, and they are Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Yechida, and Chaya. Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Yechida, and Chaya. Those are the 5 parts of a person's soul. So the Malas HaTorah says that if you add up what is the essence of a soul, and of these 5 parts, the first letter of each one, Nefesh, Nun, Ruach, Reish, Neshama, another Nun, Yechida is a Yud, and Chaya is a Ches, that adds up in Gematria to 318. Why is that important? It says the Malas HaTorah, 317, that's despair. That's the number of despair if you would hold it in a number. But the soul, the essence of you, is 318, even more than that. Push on. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Press on. Whether you're having a financial problem, a family problem, marital problem, a health problem, don't give up. Recalculate. Don't feel lost. Press on. Don't give up, okay? And then I'll conclude with this. The Gemara in Tractate Makos on Chav Dalet Amud Aleph 24a compares over there to Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people, to an Aveda, a lost object. There's a commentary called the Mikdash Mordechai. It says, oh, well, there's a lost object. How do you return it? You return it if it has simonim. You return it if it has signs on it that identify what it is. Somebody loses an iPhone. If we know the person's name or their email address or phone number, it's a simon, you could return it. Person loses a wallet, has a driver's license, a sign, you can return it. So returned objects could be lost if they have a sign. And the Mikdash Mordechai goes on to say, same applies when a person feels lost. We need to have simonim, signs on us that make us identifiable to our owner, to Hashem, to God. And that's in our deeds, in our speech, the way we dress, the way we act. When we feel lost, we need to double down on making sure we have signs that make us identifiable to our owner. Not that God doesn't really know where we are, not that we're really lost, but if we have those signs in our deeds, it makes us more easily recognizable that our owner can come and get us and help us get where we want to go. So if you feel lost, it's an extra time and there's a merit to get out of it. Double down on Torah, study, and mitzvahs, and good deeds, and charity and kindness. Those are the samanim the signs that show who you are, what you are, and to whom you belong. Anyway, this is your friend, Rabbi Bregman. Follow me on Facebook. Let's share this video with other people. And let's use all of our wisdom and our big-heartedness to help get people out of pain. We don't want people feeling lost and suffering. It's not worth it. Please share this video. Let's help other people. Hope to be back tomorrow with more Torah for you. Good night. Bye.